Hey guys, welcome back to the season finale of Chaos to Closing. You'll see that I'm missing my partner, Trudy. She has that bug that's going around, but the show must go on. And today we have a very special guest for our season finale. We have Amanda Lennox, aka Sparkles. And you might have seen her on your For You page with all of her food, travel, and lifestyle content. So welcome, Amanda.
Yay! Thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited to be on Chaos to Closing with you.
So excited. For those of you who don't know, Amanda and I are good friends since college. Shout out St. John. So I'm super excited to have her on. So Amanda, do you want to give the Chaos crew a little background?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Amanda Lennox. I am one of Danny's friends from college. Also a full-time publicist in the travel and hospitality industry, where I've been working for about 8 years now.
Oh my God, we're old.
Yeah, it's not dating ourselves or anything. So I have a huge passion for dining, travel, all things luxury, which has brought me to starting my Instagram page, which I share a lot of recommendations with my friends.
I feel like anytime I go out, I'm like, Amanda, where should I go?
Yeah, well, I feel like that's kind of how it became from like side gig to influencer gig, because everyone's always asking me like, where's this hotel, or where should I have my birthday? And people are still messaging me like, oh, where should I do this, or where should I go on a date? I'm like, I need to somehow monetize on this.
Exactly. So is that kind of what sparked it? Just like everyone asking you? So you're like, you know what? Obviously I know what I'm talking about. Like, let me just do this.
Exactly. I feel like people, even last week, someone's asking me, where should I do my 30th birthday party?
Oh, that's cute.
And I'm like, I need to put all my recommendations in one spot.
So everyone could just see it. And like not blow up your phone.
Exactly. I'm like, put hotels one place, some dining recommendations. Come to me if you have questions.
Yeah, exactly. In terms of your travel recommendations, how do you recommend where to go? Is it based on experiences, or is it kind of just like the popular trends?
I'll usually only recommend places that I've been.
Yeah.
I try to go to places that I want to go to or that are looking trendy, and I'll try it out for myself.
Right.
And kind of go from that route. If people are asking me about different destinations that I don't know, I'll do my own research to recommend to them. So know that everything I say is thought out, but I'll usually only post on my page places I've been, actual videos of what I've taken, honest recommendations only.
I was gonna say, I appreciate that, because I feel like some people will be like, yeah, go here, and then like they've never been, and now I'm like, well, like this sucks.
Yeah, exactly. I'll always try to say places I've been, and then even if a brand reaches out to me and was like, oh, can you review? I'll let them know. Like, I either won't post it if I didn't enjoy my experience, or I'll have to be honest, because I don't want to be a non-credible source.
Wait, I love that, because definitely guilty of it. Sometimes we don't like love a place like we thought we would love it, but we're like, we feel bad. So how do you like balance that?
I'll just be very straight and honest in the beginning. I'll say, look, like, I can't post this if I didn't like it, because I don't want to give someone a negative review. That's not my place.
Totally.
You know, if it was something I don't like, might be something someone else likes.
Yeah.
So I'll just like let them know straight up, like, if it wasn't good, which has not happened yet.
Yay. Okay, good.
I've had some really good experiences, but I'll do my own research. If somewhere's not getting good reviews, I won't ask them for a comp meal or to go review them. Like, it's probably somewhere I'll shy away from.
Right.
And I want to go to the places that are good too.
Yeah, obviously you want to enjoy it. So in terms of that, like, do you reach out to the brands and the companies, or do they reach out to you? Is it kind of like both?
It's kind of like both.
Okay, I didn't know that. Cool.
Yeah, so I'll reach out. I have like my standard little pitch. I'll ask them, you know, to get on a call or to send me an email, and I'll further pitch myself and say, like, you know, why I think that my followers would like this place and would love to review. Lately, though, as my account's been growing, people have been reaching out to me, which has been amazing.
Wait, that's so cool.
Yeah, so it's becoming like sort of a real like full circle moment of me reaching out to places, and now they're reaching out to me.
Yeah, it's like cool, because I feel like it like started as a hobby, and now it's like a side gig, whether that be like a free meal or like a paid monetary amount. Like, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, exactly. I actually have started building a really good relationship with Conrad, New York downtown.
Oh, I love that place. I love that place.
Yes. So, I've been staying there, paying for it, using points, to stay there. And finally, they answered my DM after many DMs and posts later saying they wanted to work with me. We collaborated on their rooftop, on their rooms, on their food and beverage offerings. Yeah. So we have a good relationship.
Yeah. No, that hotel is sick.
Yes. It's also nice because the woman who does social for Conrad is now also working with another Hilton property. So we're starting to connect on other brands now, and it's really like your connections and who you know.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So being a publicist, though, how do you kind of mesh the two, or is it like you keep it separate? Do you try to intertwine them?
I try to keep it very separate, because I feel like it might almost be a conflict of interest if I'm reviewing my own brands.
Yeah.
So I will post my own brands. I do work with a few different hotels, and restaurants in the city, which I've already posted on my site, but I won't go to them and ask for, a comped meal or anything. Like I'm going for work.
Right.
And then I'll take content like while I'm working and post it.
Okay. Yeah. Cause it's not like it's like your brand at work and you're like, this place sucks. And now your job's like, well, like this is actually your job to like promote them in a good light.
Exactly. So I will definitely keep that separate. I'll post them and show them love, but I'll never, ask for anything.
Right.
That would be a little bit weird. I don't think any of my clients know that I have this account. Like I don't follow them on it.
But that's cool. It's like a 2-for-1 type of. What is that? 2-for-1 bird?
2-for-1 deal?
2-for-1 deal. a 2-for-1.
Two birds with one stone.
But I feel like that's kind of perfect because it's like you have to go anyway for work, but like you're still shooting content like for your own like page.
Exactly. That's what I see work as. I see like if I'm going to one of my hotel clients or restaurant clients, like, oh, great opportunity to get more content.
Yeah.
That's what we all need in the bottom line. Like I'm running out of content to post each day.
Yeah.
I can't stay at a new hotel every night.
Exactly.
It gets hard.
It does. So it's a good balance.
Yeah.
So Amanda, you recently launched your travel blog, The Luxury Layover, which amazing. I love it. Great name. Super proud of you. So can you kind of tell the crew about that?
Sure. So I started The Luxury Layover a year ago as a blog. Essentially, I wanted to create a website that would house all of my recommendations, travel stories, things to buy, everything all under one roof. I recently started an Instagram page for my blog about 2 weeks ago. We're up to 700 followers.
Oh, shout it out. We'll throw it up here.
Yes. Thank you. Where I felt that the blog needs to be like a little bit revamped because I'm not a writer by trade. I am someone who I take videos, I do my own content, but I need to figure out how to put the words in a structure that's like easy for people to navigate. So we're currently rebranding.
Okay, cool.
We're going to do a relaunch with like different tabs, like destinations, travel, hotels, dining, and kind of make it a little bit easier. Because right now my blog is just like, here's my story about Berlin. And then here's my like shopping guide.
Yeah, right.
It's kind of like a mess.
Right.
So we're going to like make it a little bit more easier for the people to navigate.
Yeah.
Because essentially I want it to be something that could help people.
Yeah.
And, like you can go to this and you can easily find like restaurants in the city.
Yeah.
Hotels in Florida.
Right. It'll be like one click.
Exactly. So that's what we're working on. So in the meantime, I started an Instagram.
Okay.
That includes just a whole bunch of reels of where to stay, what to do, where to play, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's picking up a lot of traction.
Okay, good. Now, how do you like gain the followers? Is it organic? Do you do any like paid like social media boosting?
Sure. So I found a really good technique that's working for me very well. It's a combination of organic and paid. My reels that are starting to do really good or that I feel are really strong, I'll put ad dollars behind them.
Okay.
Pro tip, do the ad boosting on the website. Don't do it in the Instagram ad.
Wait, like on the Instagram website?
On the Instagram website because they charge you like a 3 or 4% charge to do it in the app.
No way.
Yeah, they charge you an extra fee to promote your content in app. So log onto your browser, go to Instagram.com, boost your ads from there. Another pro tip, if you used a sound that doesn't have advertising rights on the website, they let you update the sound for the ad.
Oh.
So if you use like a music, like a trending audio and they're like, oh, you can't boost this reel because you use this trending audio that has like content or copyright rights, they let you change it on the website for the ad only.
Oh, so like you can change the song, you can change like
the song. Yeah, it's really cool.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
So you save money, do it online.
Yeah.
Pro tip. I also have been connecting. I feel like commenting and following people.
Everyone says that.
So what I've been doing is finding other travel influencers or content creators that have about the same following as me. So right now, like in the 700 range, that have a pretty even ratio. They look like they follow people back. Been liking their posts, commenting like, hey, love your content. I'm also a travel creator. Let's connect.
Okay. I love that.
I've been gaining probably like, it was about 50 followers a day. Now it's about 100 followers a day.
Really?
Of people following me back. And then I think people are seeing my comments and also following me.
100%. It's like that trend on TikTok that's like teamwork.
Oh, I don't know it.
So it's like you're supposed to like make a video and be like teamwork, and then people comment back like teamwork, and you're supposed to like mutually follow each other.
Oh, love
which
that.
I heard like helps a lot, but I think that's like so cool because it's like, you know, if I'm trying to start like my blog and I see like you're also a blogger, like why not just connect? And,
yeah.
collab and just help each other out.
So that's what I've been doing. It's been working really well. A lot of people are following back, a lot of new followers.
Wow.
But you really have to continue hustling, doing it every day, connecting with new people, and continuing to give them love.
I was going to say, like, you can't be like, hey, love your post, and then, like, never like
do it
or
again.
Anything.
Yeah.
Like, because I, like, know, like, who's constantly, like, supporting me and, like, whatever. So then I'm going to do the same for you.
That's another thing I do. Your Instagram feed shows you suggestions naturally. So if you go to your Instagram tab and you set it to show you the following, like only people you're following, I'll do that and I'll like comment on people's posts like in chronological order for like a half hour and like do the same thing again tomorrow.
That's smart though. Like time block it in for like 30 minutes a day, which really like you're on your phone anyway, probably for 30 minutes out of the day.
Exactly. Do something that's going to work towards your goals.
I love that. Can you kind of walk us through the process though of when you were starting the luxury layover? Like how did that look? Did you have to connect with like IT people?
Oh my gosh. It was so hard. Yeah. It was so hard. I hate technology. I don't know how to code.
Yeah, no.
So I followed this girl who was making a travel blog, and essentially her entire Instagram page was how to make a blog in 6 weeks.
Oh,
perfect. I bought her a little guide for $20. Okay, you can't make a blog in 6 weeks unless you know how to like do coding.
Like coding, yeah.
Yeah, so I wound up finding this woman in Ireland.
Okay.
Her name is Tara Keaty. I'll like give you the link. She's so great to work with.
Okay, good.
Not expensive, super helpful, like always available.
Right.
And I was like, hey, I made and purchased this WordPress. Right. I spent like almost $500 like buying everything. And I said, I don't know how to make it look pretty. Like it was so ugly.
Yeah, I feel like you have to kind of have knowledge in that.
Yeah. So she helped me just do the basics and taught me like how to add a post on a website.
Okay.
She's currently helping me with the rebrand though, because I don't understand WordPress.
Yeah.
It's really hard. You have to know how to code. So we're changing my blog over now to a site called Show It.
Okay.
And it's essentially, it looks just like Canva. You like drag and drop where you want things to be.
Cool.
So easy.
That's nice that she's like helping
you.
so
she's helping me now like convert my blog.
Okay, cool. But she'll do like the heavy lifting of like the coding
but in
stuff.
the beginning it's really hard. Like you need someone.
Yeah, of course.
And then the other thing is like finding a name for your blog that's not already taken. Or your website or whatever it is you're creating.
Yeah.
Because I've typed in like a million things and they're like, that's taken, that's taken.
Was there any that you like originally were like, this is what I want it to be, but it was like taken?
There was a few, not that I remember off the top of my head, but I had like a whole list in notes that I was just like going through. I'm like putting these into ChatGPT. I'm like, I wanted to name my blog this, but this is taken. Like, give me other names
something
now.
Similar.
Yeah. Because I was like running out of ideas.
But I feel like the luxury layover, it's like sophisticated. It's like, I'm going to have like an elevated experience.
Exactly. Like, it's for those who are not like uber luxury. It's like, here's a layover. Like, honestly, like no one wants a layover, but it's like a place to stop for some luxury tips.
Oh, I love that. Very creative.
Thank you. So that's kind of where the blog is hoping to be.
Okay. Amazing. So where do you hope like in the next year that you see the luxury layover?
I really hope that it becomes more of a well-known name.
Yeah.
I know people are going to different Instagram accounts right now for like places to do in the city or things to see or their restaurant recommendations.
Right.
Like I want to be one of those local regional names that everyone knows of.
Yeah.
Like other foodie and travel bloggers.
Right.
It's like, oh, I'm going to go to the luxury layover for inspiration. Or like, where should I have my birthday? Like, let me look here.
Exactly. I mean, I always look at your page. I'm like, where do I go to dinner?
Thank you.
But no, it's so nice because especially too, like one, if you're in a state or a country that like you're not familiar with, or two, like for me, like we live on Long Island. I barely go to the city. So if I'm going to the city, I'm like, I don't know where to go.
Exactly.
So it's like nice to have someone where I don't have to think.
And then I hope like 5-year goal, I hope to have other people contributing to the website.
Cool.
So if there's places I haven't gone or say someone who's based regionally in Florida or California, somewhere where I'm not all the time, they can be a trusted source to contribute.
Oh, I love that. That's smart.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say there's no way you can go to every place.
Exactly. So I want it to become kind of a network of trusted people who have similar likings to me. So that'll be interesting to find and vet. I know I'm going to be super particular.
Yeah, but as you should.
Yeah. So that'll be exciting. The long-term goal for the luxury layover.
I love that because most people, when someone asks me like, what's your 5-year goal? I'm like, I don't know. So I think it's cool that you kind of already have it like laid out.
Exactly.
So for your social media, which I was very like, not shocked, but like when I saw like how much your page grew, like you almost have like 10K followers on your page. And like, I feel like in the beginning of the year, you had maybe like what, like 4 or 5,000?
Yeah, I was around like 4.5.
Yeah. So I was like, wow, like you grew so much and you're so good and consistent with posting. So how do you kind of get motivated to do that?
When I hit a big spike, it was a lot with my international content.
Okay.
I started posting a lot about Greece. I started posting a lot of like Airbnbs, hotels, and I really got, I was posting almost once a day.
Okay.
And I was boosting almost every one of those posts. So I spent a lot of money.
Right.
So it's like I posted nearly once a day, spent $30 on each of those posts.
Gotcha.
And it really boosted my...
But it helped?
Yeah. It really boosted my content a lot. However, I don't know what's happening, but a lot of my engagement has been going down lately on Amanda Sparkles. And I think it is because I'm posting a lot of like branded posts. Even though they're not paid, I'm tagging the brand or collaborating with it.
Yeah.
Which I'm navigating that right now. It's like a tricky place.
Yeah, I agree.
So it did boost my following a lot, but I think there's a fine line between when you post things, when you boost things, and then when you should tag a brand.
Yeah.
I'm finding that once my account does grow a little bit more, I might not, because right now I want the brands to collaborate with me to get their network. But I think once it becomes big enough, like I won't tag them as much because I think it is hindering views.
I was going to say, I feel like sometimes people, like if I see like they're promoting something and it's like sponsored or like a branded poster, like, are they really being honest? So it's like, I get what you're saying. I feel like once you grow and you have more people's trust where they're like, oh, even if it is branded, like I know that I can trust like Amanda's doing it because she likes it.
Exactly. It's like right now my posts aren't sponsored per se, or like I wasn't hosted for free, but like I'll tag the brands in it, and I feel like it's hurting my views.
Yeah, no.
Even though no one paid me for this. Yeah, so it's really hard. Like the Instagram algorithm, I'm still like
weird.
Reading about, learning about every day. Like,
I feel you.
There's this new feature. I don't know if you know about it. It's like trial reels. They just launched it like 2 days ago.
Okay.
And essentially, if you're about to post a reel, you can post it to trials, which means it won't go on your feed. It won't go out to your followers. It'll go out to a random group of people.
Okay.
And you can like see how it will do amongst like randoms.
That's so interesting.
Yeah. So like, is it getting like good traction? Is it not? Like, do you need to like edit something about your reel? So I haven't tried it yet.
Is that like something exclusively for like a business page or like
I'm not sure. I think it probably is like creator or business pages. But I got it. I haven't tried it yet because I work so hard on my reels. I don't want it to not go on my page.
Right. Like exactly. Like you do all the work and then what if it's like not as successful as you thought? Like, damn.
That's the other thing I would tell people is like, don't get discouraged.
Yeah.
Because I heard too that if you like post things and then delete them, like that also hurts your views.
Really?
Like if you post something and it's like not like doing well, like keep it up.
Okay.
It might take off weeks later.
Right. I feel like that's like the hardest part when people are trying to get into like influencing or just like building their page. I mean, I'm guilty of it. Like I post something and it took me like hours to make and it gets like maybe like 1,000 to 2,000 views. I'm like, oh, I thought that was going to be like the viral clip. Yeah. So I feel like it's just being consistent because you never know. Like you could have like consistently 1,000 views and then one video makes you pop off. Like
that's all you need.
Yeah. Like it's actually, well, it's coming out today, but it'll be out by the time you guys see it. The food blogger that we like had on the podcast, she was saying that same thing, like she didn't really have a lot of views. She was in Disney.
Yeah.
And she just happened to do like a cheese pull video, went on a ride, got off the ride, went home, and she said her phone blew up. Like,
oh my goodness. Viral.
So I feel like it just takes one video.
You never know when it's going to be that one that's just going to pop off.
Exactly. So I guess in that same breath, like I know I'm guilty of it, Trudy's guilty of it. We get so burnt out a lot of times, like thinking of new ideas. We're like, oh my God, we have to post like once a day. Like we try to be consistent and then I feel like sometimes we kind of like flop. So like, how do you not get burnt out? How do you think of new ideas to post?
Sure. So I think I was telling you this earlier off camera.
Yeah.
But I'll follow a lot of other travel influencers or foodie influencers that I like their content. When I see something I want to do, I'll save it to a folder on Instagram of like travel content inspo.
Yeah.
So when I'm feeling a little bit, not creative or like I don't know what to do, I'll flip through those and get some ideas. I'll also go back into my old content. So say I posted, a video on my hotel in Santorini or my hotel in Mykonos. Like maybe I'll use all that content, put it all together, mash it together and do like point of view. You spent the summer in Greece.
Yeah. Like a different type of,
use the same videos in a different way.
That's a good point.
And that's been an easy way to kind of get content going when I'm not able to create new content.
Right. I feel like that's smart because sometimes I'll see people and like they're consistently posting and it's like just a video of them like walking like down the street and like just different music and different captions. And I'm like, you can recycle like your material. You know what I mean?
And once you learn how to do that, you've really mastered how to create content every day.
Yeah.
Without actually going to a different destination every day.
Yeah. Right. So are you posting like Monday through Sunday right now?
I'm trying my best.
Okay.
it is really difficult.
It is tough. It's tough.
It is. I'll try to at least, to keep my page relevant, I'll repost other people's videos to stories.
Oh, okay.
To at least keep like the stories going and the engagement going. I'll try to post every day. If I don't, I'll make sure I like post on stories every day.
Because people don't realize it's not just like taking the video and posting. Like you have to edit it. Obviously you have a certain like vibe and aesthetic you want for your feed. So it's like, it's tough. Do you usually like sit down before the week starts and kind of like map out what you're doing, or it's just like spur of the moment?
Oh, it is spur of the moment. We are chaos over here.
Yes, chaos. You always need it.
Yes, we're chaos. I don't have a posting kind of calendar.
Yeah.
I am also someone who, once I do something, I want to post it immediately. So I can't like film something, edit it, and be like, oh, but this has to wait till next week to go up. Like, I'm like in the moment. I don't care about what time it is to go up. I'm excited. So I think I need to, you know, I'm still working on finding best times to post, best practices. But it is still chaos at the luxury layover.
It's okay. We all need a little chaos.
Yes, we do.
So what are some of the biggest challenges that you face with growing both the blog, your social media? Would you say it's like the consistency of it all, or?
Definitely the consistency, as well as I think finding time for everything.
Yeah.
You have your favorite things to do. Right now, my favorite thing is to create content for the Instagram.
Okay.
I'm not naturally a long form writer.
Yeah.
But I know it's needed for the blog. So I think setting time aside to really write down my thoughts, edit them, and post them as blog posts is what's challenging for me. So it's like finding that balance between like doing the parts you love versus doing the parts that aren't necessarily your favorite.
Right.
Like I said, I'm still like getting used to like all the website backend technology.
Yeah.
So it's like really taking time to like learn how to do that.
Right.
But right now it's just finding that balance.
Yeah, I was going to say, cause it's like, I'm sure the creative aspect's fun, but like at the end of the day, who wants to like sit and write like a long like, essay? I get it.
I know. It's like, it must be the same thing with the podcast. It is. Editing versus filming.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. We love filming, editing. It's like.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone has their parts. So it's like kind of making time for all of it.
Right. I get that. And what are some successes that you think come with like the blog and social media? Like what are some of the most rewarding parts?
Some of the most rewarding parts I would say is when other people recognize it, or other people say like, oh, I used your recommendation, or like they'll text me and say like, oh, I went to this restaurant you recommended. Like it was so good. Or
that's like a good feeling.
Yeah, it's such a good feeling because it knows that like I'm not just putting this information out into the abyss. Like people are actually consuming it and like listening to it and it's helping people. Yeah. So I love that aspect of like being useful.
Yeah. No, it's
nice to feel like, you know, you're contributing something to society, making people's lives better.
Have you ever had like random people that you don't even know like message you about it?
I have actually, not on the luxury layover, but on my regular personal account. Okay, cool. People have messaged me saying like, "Oh, I love your content," or
that's really cool.
"Oh, I love like your reels or something," and I'll like chat with strangers.
I feel like that's when you kind of know like it's heading in a good direction.
Exactly. I also will go to a few like influencer events, cool. Different like restaurant openings or stuff like that, and it's awesome to connect with other people and you know, people who have like much more higher followings than me, and they'll look at my page and say, "Oh my God, I love your content," or "Oh my God, you're so cute," or like,
which is really
you know, stuff like that. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you know, you get that imposter syndrome sometimes. Like, do I belong here? Or am I good enough to be here? And it's like,
like you are.
You are. You're there for a reason.
Right. I love that.
Yeah.
So Amanda, how do you balance enjoying like your trip or a food place that you're going versus making sure that you're capturing the content as well?
Oh my goodness. That is a great question because I feel like I am usually before I started the blog, I would just take videos and stuff and not really care about what it looks like.
Yeah.
And now my aesthetic is very slow moving videos. So I'm like, oh, I have to do this super slow and like slow down a minute. And it honestly makes me appreciate the place more because I'm like you, I'm like a very high energy person. And I'm like, oh, picture, snap, let's go. Like document my time here, show people I'm here and that's it. But now it's like, wait, like, let's like look at this place and look at this and stop to like do this activity I normally wouldn't do.
Right. Like actually take the time to like film everything.
Exactly. I'm like, let's get the full 180 degree experience. Is it 100 or 360? Get the full 360. Yeah. I'm going to get the full experience. The full thing. And like show people about it and maybe try something new that I haven't normally tried.
That's cool.
I do still get a little bit embarrassed taking my food light out places.
I know.
I have this massive light and I'm like shining it around a restaurant. Usually if I go to a restaurant and I'm filming, I'll ask them to see me in the corner.
Oh, that's smart.
I'm like, I don't want to disturb people, but I'm going to take some videos.
That's nice of you.
But I think that, you know, the balance between taking time to film content and enjoy your trip, I think it kind of went hand in hand for me.
Okay, that's good, because I feel like, and again, I'm not being biased. We are friends, but I know her very well. She really does like enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
And, like, you would never say something you don't like, because I feel like sometimes you'll see influencers and they'll be like at a party and they'll be like having so much fun, and then they go like 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I feel like for you, like what you're filming, you're actually enjoying and doing.
Exactly. I'll try my best not to do that too. When you say like, oh, filming myself at a place, like I'll try my best to like enjoy the moment in that way. And like, I'll take videos of like the aesthetic and the atmosphere and what's going on. And I feel like wherever I am, people appreciate that, because if they say, oh, someone appreciates the decor I put up, or someone appreciaes the place I invited them to, or my restaurant, or my hotel. So I think that's why it kind of works hand in hand. But like those influencers are like, oh, I'm here. Yeah, like having the best time. You're not having the best time. You're like having the best time with your camera, like on yourself. Exactly. But like, so find a balance of both. Yeah. I mean, of course, I'm no shade. Everyone does what they do.
So looking ahead, I know we don't have a crystal ball, but how do you see the future of influencer marketing? Like travel blogging, do you see any changes or anything evolving over time?
Great question. Also because this is work related.
Okay. Love that.
So being a publicist, my job right now is to get our clients, our hotel brands, our restaurants featured in the media amongst traditional media. So reporters, editors for Condé Nast Traveler, Travel and Leisure, like we bring them to the property and they'll write about it. But we're seeing a shift a little bit of people are not going to Travel and Leisure, Condé Nast Traveler, Forbes as their main source anymore. People, I mean, where do you go when you're looking for a hotel? You're going to your favorite influencer. You're going to, you know, maybe Travel and Leisure's Instagram page. Yeah. Maybe you're going to, you know, different TikTok pages. Yeah. And you're like, where to stay in NYC. That's a You're going point. To, you know, even like Kayak, Expedia, a lot of those third-party sites.
That's true. I mean,
to find travel deals.
I think about it. Like if I'm looking for like a major event that happened, like I'm going on Twitter.
Exactly.
Like, you know what
Twitter.
I mean? Yeah. X. So X now.
But you're not going to those traditional websites, a lot of which are folding on their print issues. You know, you're not seeing as much like print magazines anymore unless you go to a dentist office. Yeah. A lot of them are trying to make money now by putting like paid firewalls on their website. So you're like, oh, I can't read Travel and Leisure without paying for it.
I hate that. So I just X out. Like,
exactly. X, so we're seeing a shift now in my job that we're not necessarily only focusing on those, but we'll also like start putting budget for influencers and we'll start paying influencers to come to a property and reviewing it or paying for their flights to stay at a property. So I think influencer marketing is only going to get bigger. I
agree.
But with such a vast market of everyone wanting to become an influencer, it's really going to become important to like vet who you're working with, vet their engagement. Right. The FTC just passed a law that it is not legal to get paid if you pay for your followers. Wow. So if an influencer, I'm really happy about this one.
Okay, good.
So if an influencer knowingly buys followers and works with a brand and gets paid for it, like if it's found out, they could get, you know, penalized or fined in some way. Okay. So they're really trying, like the advertising, you know, board of the United States, like the federal FTC, Federal Trade Commission is trying to really crack down on like making sure it's credible.
Which is so great because I feel like I don't want someone who just like, what if I bought like 10,000 followers? I don't know anything about fashion. I'm like promoting something like it's not.
Yeah, authentic. It's really inauthentic. So they're trying to make it a little bit more of a regulated like industry because it is advertising. Yeah, it is marketing and it is, you know, influencing people's buying decisions. Yeah. In the end.
Good to know.
Very exciting.
So for 2025, which is crazy to say, because I remember last year we were making our vision boards for 2024. Oh,
I love making vision boards.
Right? Now it's 2025. So are there any major goals, both professionally and personally, that you have on like your vision board that you really want to see come to fruition?
That is a good question. Yeah. Give me a minute. Okay. Yes. Goals for 2025. Yes. A lot of professional and personal goals. I really would love to continue with the blog. I want to stay with it. I think staying consistent is important. So ensuring that I'm not only staying with the Instagram page, but also staying with the blog consistently, kind of networking, growing my network of people I'm in touch with for hotels and dining venues. Really putting out my knowledge into the world. Yes. Professionally, I really want to continue working with more hotel brands at my agency, which I love. I'm obsessed with learning more from the agency, have a lot of influencer, digital, social media people, and I love continuing to learn more in the space with them.
It's like cool because like it goes hand in hand. Like whatever you're learning is just only going to benefit you personally as well.
Exactly. You know, so continuing to just like network more.
Yeah, I love it. So what advice would you give to other people who are looking to grow their social media account?
Don't get discouraged.
Yes.
I was discouraged and I stopped for a while. And if I would have just started, and kept going and not got discouraged and like not got, you know, turned away by the slow amount of views, I would have been much more bigger right now.
But like it goes to look, the beginning of the year you had like 4,000 followers, now you have like 10.
Yeah, exactly. So just stay with it, stay consistent. If something's not working or if something works for someone else, like it might not work for you. Like find what works for you, to get better engagement. Don't be afraid to try things new. Don't be afraid to put some money behind some things. Yes. It really does help you get a little bit of a boost. And sometimes that's all you need is that little uptick, to help propel your growth. Yeah. Perfect. Follow your dreams.
Yes. Amanda, if you could give advice to younger you, what would it be?
Oh my goodness.
I know. We love asking like everyone this.
If I could give advice to younger me, this is a really loaded question. I feel like something I've been reflecting on lately, not to get too personal, is how confident I am now to just go for whatever I want.
Yeah.
I used to care so much about what people thought.
Yeah.
I tried starting like an Instagram page called Spirits with Sparkles like years ago. And it wound up not working because I was so nervous to post it.
Right.
And I was like, I feel like my friends are going to judge me. I feel like people are going to like think it's stupid or cringe. And now I'm feeling like if people think that what you're doing is cringe, or if you think that people are going to think that you're like weird for doing something, they're not your people.
100%.
Not your people.
Yeah.
Go for it. Go for whatever you want. You will find your crowd.
Yes.
Don't worry about people thinking that you're doing something that's like so out of the blue. Like go for whatever you want to go for. Life is so short that you really need to just like go for it all in. Do what makes you happy. The worst thing you could do is live with regret.
Agree.
Go for it. Go for anything.
You heard it here first from Sparkles.
Yeah.
Also, people are going to be like, why are you calling her Sparkles?
Go for your dream. Self-proclaimed nickname.
Yeah, self-proclaimed. All right, Amanda. So I'm sure after this episode, the people who didn't know you are definitely going to want to follow you. So can you let everyone know how they can get in touch with you?
Of course. So you can follow my personal Instagram at Amanda Sparkles. And you can also follow the Luxury Layover for your travel tips, Luxury Layover Lifestyle, on Instagram. And I'm so excited to connect with you.
Yay! All right, Amanda, it was so amazing having you on. You are like the best person ever. It's so hard to be in a bad mood in front of you because you're amazing. So with that being said, so honored that you were our last guest of this season.
Happy finale!
Yes, happy finale!
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure as always.
Of course. Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy New Year, happy holidays, and we'll see you season 4. Bye! And I just want to give a special shout out to my girl, Trudy. You were so missed today. I love you. You're the best friend a girl could ask for. I can't wait for some more chaos with you in season 4, and love you.